Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you the MAC is Beauty collection. Not all of it of course because I do have bills to pay, but I have a good bit of it and I wanted to share that with you. I'm not going to do a lot of talking in this video. I basically just want to swatch everything, do some comparisons for you, and just zap right through it because there's a lot of stuff to go through. So make sure to watch this till the end for a special message about a giveaway that I'm doing, and I'll see you in a few. Alright, so I've got some comparison swatches for you. Let's start with Call the Hairdresser. Here it is, just one swipe and then several swipes to bring it to opacity. And then I'm comparing it here to Sea Sheer, Lip Blossom, and Hot Tahiti. Sea Sheer is warmer, Lip Blossom is lighter and pinker, and Hot Tahiti is darker and cooler toned. Alright, so here are the comparisons for Real Redhead. Again, here it is just with one swipe and then as opaque as I can get it here. And then we're comparing it to Shy Girl, which is peachier and more opaque. Then we have Marquis, which is more opaque, darker and rosier. And then High Tea, which is lighter and browner. Alright, next we have Catty and the mini comparisons that I thought I would do for you for this one. Again, sheer and as opaque as I can get. First one here is Plink. It's more muted, less opaque, and more shimmery. Next is Hue. It is peachier and a little lighter. Next is Angel. It's a little darker with slightly more mauve undertones. Next is Flamingo, which is darker, brighter, and warmer. Here is Sunny Seoul, which is darker, brighter, and pinker. And then we have Royal Ball, which is lighter, more muted, and more sheer. So there are your comparisons there. Notice Me is unique to my collection, so I don't really have anything to compare it to that's even close. But just to show you that, I wanted to compare it to some of the other lavender colors I have so that you can get an idea of how it compares to those. So here we have Sheer Noticed Me and just Opaque Noticed Me. This is Brills by ColourPop. This is Dodgy Girl, and this is Chinchilla by the very notorious Lime Crime. So just so you can see how the purples stack up, it's really unique and different, and of course that's what I've been wearing on my lips throughout this video. Okay, so here are the comparisons for Real Sexy. I have Real Sexy here on the bottom. Next one I have is Sweet and Sour, which is lighter, warmer, and more pink. Next is Ravishing, which is darker and more muted, but probably the most similar out of these to this one. Next is Sushi Kiss, which is brighter and more orange. Then we have Vegas Volt, which is darker and pinker, and Coral Bliss, which is lighter, pinker, and more sheer. Okay, so here are the comparisons for Silly. First we have Kelly Yum Yum, which is darker and more blue based. Candy Yum Yum is more neon and also more blue based. Basically all of these are more blue based than Silly that we have here. We also have Happy Go Lucky, darker, more blue based. Pink Pigeon, darker, more blue based. And then finally Saint Germain, which is lighter, but also more blue based or cooler toned. So I think this one is going to be unique to my collection so far anyway, which is surprising considering how many bright pink lipsticks I own. But yeah, there you go. Okay, I also got 3 eyeshadows from this collection. Actually, technically I got 2 of them already have Yogurt. And while I would love to do eye swatches for all of them for you, because they're pastels and you're really not going to get the effect from them that you would get if you had a completed eye look with them, I'm not going to do eye swatches of those today. However, you can see wow factor on my lid here, which I've done with this look. So, yeah. If you would be interested in seeing these shadows done with a look so that you can see what they look like, just let me know. Leave a comment down below and I will do a look with them and post it on my Instagram. But sorry guys, I'm not going to do eye swatches for these this time. But I will do some hand swatches for you so you can see what all 3 look like and some comparisons as well. So since I've already talked about wow factor, let's go ahead and start with that one. So there is just a finger swatch of wow factor. Okay, so there is wow factor without any primer, and then with Urban Decay Potion Primer underneath it. I don't feel like it makes a huge difference in this case. If anything, I feel like, and maybe it's just the camera, but I feel like the color changed just ever so slightly. And I bet that's my blue hand vein underneath that's making it do that. So ignore me. That's just, no. But to compare that, okay, but the 2 MAC eyeshadows I'm going to compare with this today are Beautiful Iris and Digit. So there is Beautiful Iris and there is Digit, and these 2 are wow factor. The Beautiful Iris is slightly darker, it's cooler toned and has more shimmer to it. Actually, it has shimmer to it, whereas the wow factor is a matte, so yeah. And the Digit is cooler toned and much, much lighter. I think both of those would probably pair well in a look with all of that, but you know, that's a lot of lilac on one lid. Next is Preening. Okay, there is Preening without primer and with primer. And as you see, the primer actually did make a big difference in this case, I believe. Let me get a little closer. And the only thing I really have to compare this to is Aqua by MAC. It's right there at the top. But of course, Aqua is much brighter and much more opaque, and it's much bluer toned. So not quite as just straight up green as the Preening. Next is Yogurt, which I already had and depotted, and it's a permanent, so it's been around forever. It'll probably be around forever. Okay, so there's Yogurt without and with the primer. Alright, so I don't know if you can see it or not, but those are the comparisons. The first one here is Malt, which you can barely see. And that's also why it's one of my favorite transition colors, because it really blends stuff out nicely. But there's Malt, then Blanc Type, right here, and CD Pearl. Malt is darker and browner. Blanc type is more ivory and brighter. And CD Pearl is cooler toned and has shimmer in it. Whereas the Yogurt is a matte. Okay, finally I have a few fluid lines to share with you from this collection, and I will do some comparisons with some other eye pencils that I may have that are similar. So let's just go ahead and get Blacktrack out of the way because it's just a basic B and it's been around forever and it's simple. There's just nothing to it. It's a flat black matte. It's a staple. If you don't have it, you need it. It's one everybody should have in their kit. It's a nice, simple black gel liner. If you don't have it, get it. You can get it anytime. It's not special edition. Like I said, been around forever. It'll be around forever. This one is called Ivy. Okay, so there it is, just a finger swatch, and then I used this Real Techniques silicone liner brush just to do a swipe of that. This is not my favorite liner brush, but I thought it would do for this purpose anyway. Pretty green color. Definitely don't have much in my collection that's anywhere close to this. The only thing I have that's even close is Mars by Urban Decay. But as you can see, it's much darker and has a lot more shimmer to it. And just so I can say I swatched these even though they're nothing alike, but the name is similar. There is Black Ivy fluid line, and there's regular Ivy. So I didn't want to leave that out in case anybody was wondering how close they might be. They're not at all. Next is Copperthorn. Okay, so next is Copperthorn, which I have a finger swatch here and a liner brush swatch there, so you can see. And as you could probably see, the Copperthorn is notorious for not going on completely opaque and smooth, and I have a feeling it's because of the chunky glitter that's in it. So it can be a little patchy and hard to work with as a liner. However, it makes a beautiful, beautiful base. They really just need to make it a paint pot. That would just be easier for everybody, because that's all I really use Copperthorn for, is a paint pot. This I actually already have from another collection that came out last year. But only thing I might have even close to this is Baked by Urban Decay, but it's much more muted and it's more brown and less coppery. So I love Copperthorn. I really wish they'd make a copper fluid line that maybe was just metallic and not glittery, so that it may, you know, go on better and not be so flaky, literally flaky. That was obnoxious. Okay, next with this collection is another permanent fluid line called Waveline. It's out, it's been out, I already have it, so I'll go ahead and... Alright, there is Waveline, and if you don't already have a navy paint pot, this one is a nice one to have. I enjoy it. It makes a really pretty navy winged liner. Okay, there are some Urban Decay navy colored liners that I have to compare it to. This one is Binge, this one is Minx, and this one is Sabbath. Binge is similar toned, but it is lighter and more shimmery. Minx is darker and more matte, and Sabbath is way darker, more blackened, and it's matte. So just to compare that there. This video is taking me like 5 hours to do. I've already worked a full day at work and I'm making this video and I'm crying about it because poor me, I had to buy MAC Cosmetics and show them in a video. Boo-hoo, right? Okay, next is Blue Peep, which just came out with the Philip Treacy Collection as well, but I didn't do any comparisons on that video for you. My bad. I didn't think I had anything that was really close, but it turns out I do have a couple of Urban Decay liners that are worth mentioning, I suppose. Okay, so there's Blue Peep, finger swatch, and brush swatch. I'm going to compare this with Electric from Urban Decay. So there's Electric and there's Deep End. Deep End is slightly darker and it is also more shimmery because this is a flat and these are shimmery. So that was one reason I was really excited about getting Blue Peep in my collection. It's because it, as I mentioned in the Philip Treacy video, but I don't remember if I cut that part out or not. It's hard to find flat blue colors when it comes to eye products. A lot of time they add a lot of shimmer or whatever to them to make them super out there, and it's nice to have something that's flat like that, I believe. So, blue beep. Finally, it's looking good, which I am super excited about. This is some crazy looking fluid line here. I'm really confused by it. I was not expecting this at all. Okay, there you go. Can you see why I'm freaked out here? This is described as a sparkly burgundy. It seems to have this base that looks almost charcoal, and then a lot of burgundy sparkle in it, so that when you shear it out, can you see that? The base kind of shows through, and then it just, I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know. I love black and red together, so I mean, why not? I don't know. I don't have any liners that are anywhere close to this, and that's especially why I was excited about this one. But I did want to compare some shadows that I have that may be similar. So, okay, so here we go with Cranberry Eyeshadow by MAC, Sketch Eyeshadow by MAC. And when I saw them together, I thought, if I put these together, I feel like it's going to make this fluid line color. So, you know, I did, and it did. In my opinion, looks very close. And then finally, this is It's Not Easy Having a Good Time from the Rocky Horror Picture Show collection. It is a pigment, so, and that's wet. So I wanted to just see if anything was close to it. But I'm just really intrigued by how this looks. Alright, so that does it for the MAC is Beauty collection haul of mine. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe. And as a special thank you to my subscribers, I'm hosting a giveaway. So if you comment on this video and or the Philip Treacy video that I did last week, you have a chance to win either a $50 gift card to MAC or Sephora, or a $25 gift card to both places. There will be one winner. I will draw the names out of a hat, but there are ways that you can earn more entries, such as sharing this video or sharing the Philip Treacy video. So I will list all the details for this giveaway down below. So thank you all. I just want to say thank you for being subscribers. Thank you for all the feedback you give me, the nice things that you say. It would be helpful to me and helpful to you. If there's something you don't like or something you think could be improved, to list it down below, because I am always open for suggestion and constructive criticism. I mean, don't come in here and tell me, oh, you're too fat, you need to lose weight, and so, you know, I don't like your videos because you're plus size. I'm not going to change that for you, honey. So just don't even worry about leaving me crap like that. But if you think, hey, you know, you don't think my swatches are color accurate, or if you think my lighting is off, or if you think I need to be more detailed or less detailed or whatever, I love to hear feedback. So if you're not comfortable leaving it in a comment, you can always, you know, direct message me. I'm okay with that. But anyway, I said I wasn't going to talk a lot in this video, and here I am rambling. So anyway, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And don't forget to stay fierce and fabulous. Bye.